Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This is the English translation of the Majlis of Hazrat Maulana Qamar Uzzamansaheb Damat Barakatuhum, which took place on Monday, the 25th of Ramadan, 1446, after the Taraweeh Salat, 25th of March 2025. This Majlis took place at Darul Uloom Kantaria in Bharuch, Gujarat, India. Our Hazrat Wala is saying that tafakkur bhi ibadat hai. This pondering and thinking over things, this is also an ibadat. So here, the hearts, the hand and the legs are moving, the amal-e-jawarih in ibadat. However, like that, when the mind and the heart is thinking about something, pondering over something, the haqiqat of it, then that is also ibadat. The Ahlullah, their minds and their hearts are moving all the time. And the asal thing is that a person takes effect. That is very necessary. And that for a person to take effect from something, that is the work of the heart. The heart of a believer is always busy. He sees something, he takes great lesson, he is affected by it. So here, the caption here reads, Qiyamat ke bazaar mein dildari ki qimat. In the marketplace of Qiyamat, the value of sharing pain or sharing happiness with someone is something very, very great. Here we're speaking, when we go to Delhi, we go to Hazrat Khaja Nizamuddin, and not a wali of Allah. Look at how he is described. Khaja Nizamuddin Awliya. So here, Hazrat Khaja Nizamuddin Awliya ने एक मर्तबा अपने हाल बयान किया. On one occasion, Hazrat Khaja Nizamuddin Awliya speaks about his own condition. And what does he say? जो शख्स मेरे पास आता है और अपना हाल मुझसे बयान करता है, that person who comes to me and then speaks about his own condition, then what can I tell you about that? That I take on that pain, worry and grief. His pain becomes my pain. His pain becomes my pain. Now, who doesn't accept Hazrat Khaja Nizamuddin to be a wali of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Today, our halat is such, the condition is such, a person comes, talks about the most painful things, but it has no effect on us whatsoever. In fact, when we read the news, etc., then the akhbar, the newspapers, etc., and then we see there how many people passed away, this and that. What is the maqsad there? When you read that, there you'll be affected. When you are affected, you'll read, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. You will make talqeen of sabr. You'll tell the person, don't worry, this here, that there, whatever it is. So we go to the grave of Hazrat Khaja Nizamuddin Awliya, but do we ever think for a moment that what was his character? What was his style? What was his hal? What was his sirat? So a mu'min speaks about his hal or his problem or this or that, then we should take a share in that. So this is from amongst the adab of Islam, the etiquettes of Islam, that even externally we should take a share in that. Hazrat Tanvi rahimahullah used to say, today there is aqaid. He even went on to say there is some amount of akhlaq. But adab-e Islamiyya, there isn't. You know, Hazrat Maulana Mohammad Ahmad Partapgari, he was a person who majority of the time if you had to see him, he was in worry and grief. So when we see this type of thing, then what is the demands of the etiquettes and the adab? It is that batakalluf, we should even put on that picture of gham, worry and grief of what the person is saying. It can't be that the person is telling us something, we laughing away, and how does that work? ओके सो लेट्स कंटिन्यू। एक मरतबा फरमाया कि क़ियामत के बाज़ार में किसी सौदे की इतनी कीमत और पुछ न होगी जितनी दिलदारी और खुश करने की। दैट ऑन द डे ऑफ क़ियामा in the marketplace of Qiyamah there will be no greater value for any commodity there, for any amal there, than this year that a person shared in the pain of someone or made someone happy or shared in someone's happiness. You know, Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab, rather the Mashayikh, they put a person into worry and grief on certain occasions. And he would do that there. We passed through all of this 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, our entire life. And then he would ask the ulama from Mo, tell me, I scolded this certain person. Tell me, do you people see any difference in him or anything? So this is the worry and the concern of a Muslih. That is his heart associated there or not? So intentionally they would bring about this year. In fact, if a senior alim would come, he would adopt this very same thing. He would say something or the other due to which that person will think for a while that, hey, I've been disgraced here. However, if he tolerates it, then this will actually bring the highest form and station and stage of tasawwuf to this person. So Allah Ta'ala also makes the awliya and his friends, puts them into worry and grief. Rather, the hadith teaches us, Ashaddun Nasi Bala'an al-Anbiya, the people who are tested the most by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is that of the Anbiya alayhimu salatu wassalam. So they wouldn't disrespect a person. No, they wouldn't disrespect a person. However, this is what they would try to bring about within a person. The Nabi used to do this to the Sahaba as well. Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab sometimes would dismiss us. He would chase us out and right up till the station, meaning move out from here, just go out of the town. We used to go right to the station there. Khoone dil peene ko, lakhte jigar khane ko, yahi ghiza milti hai jana teri diwane ko. You would have to tolerate, forbear, exercise patience. And with this year, a person will achieve everything. Yes, you have to tolerate it. Don't take it in the wrong way that what's happening, how come they scolding me, this, that and the other. Yes, if you have khamira and you're having this paste or that or the other, it will make you happy. And by scolding and getting reprimanded, that will bring about grief. A person who's laughing all the time, what type of tarakki will he make? So the gham, the worry, sorrow and grief is for that reason that together with whatever he's doing, when it is coupled with that sorrow, worry and grief, it is then that a person makes tarakki, rather hayat and life comes to him. This will not just only come with the wazaif. However, if it is coupled with that of worry, sorrow, grief, etc., then a person will make tarakki and move forward. So here, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا عبادة كالتفكر. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam says, there is no ibadat like that of pondering and making fikr. It has been said, Al-fikratu tudhibul ghafla, that this type of worry, concern, thought, meditation actually removes negligence. وَتُحْدِثُ لِلْقَلْبِ الْخَشِيَّةِ, and it brings about in the heart fear. كَمَا يُحْدِثُ الْمَاء لِلزَّرَعِ النَّبَاتِ, like how by means of water to a orchard or to a land, it brings about this type of growth of flowers and vegetation. وَمَا جُلِيَتِ الْقُلُوبِ بِمِثْلِ الْأَحْزَانِ. Just look at the ibarat. وَمَا جُلِيَتِ الْقُلُوبِ بِمِثْلِ الْأَحْزَانِ. And the heart can get no more nur, jila, light, illumination. It cannot get more like how worry, sorrow and grief can bring to it. So worry, sorrow and grief actually brings illumination and nur and life to the heart. وَلَسْتَنَارَتْ بِمِثْلِ الْفِكْرَةِ. And it cannot get that amount of nur like the amount of nur that will come by means of pondering. وقد روي أن يونس عليه الصلاة والسلام, it is related about Yunus عليه الصلاة والسلام, كان يرفع له في كل يوم مثل عمل أهل الأرض, that every day the amount of amal that used to be raised to the heavens for him was the amount of all the people on earth. قالوا, then people, what was said, وَإِنَّمَا كَانَ ذَلِكَ لِلتَّفَكُّرِ. All of this here and so much was written down for him in the name of good deeds, etc., going to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It was due to pondering regarding the matter of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for this is actually the work of the heart. لِأَنَّ أَحَدًا لَا يَقْدِرُ أن يعمل بجوارحه في اليوم مثل عمل أهل الأرض. Because the fact of the matter is, a person will not be able to do by means of his limbs in one day the amal of all the people of the earth. So here in Tafsir Bayzawi, we speak about the different exercises that we put this nafs through. So it is written under the ayat, فَتُوبُوا إِلَى بَارِئِكُمْ فَقَتُلُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ. So make tawbah to your Rabb Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and therefore kill yourselves. لَتَوْبَتُكُمْ بالبخع أو قطع الشهوات كما قيل من لم يعذب نفسه لم ينعمها ومن لم يقتلها لم يحييها. So the person, so let's go over that again. So under this ayat it is written about the tawbah. So what is the tawbah? It is by annihilation of the self and not following one's base and carnal desires. When they demand something from you, you don't follow it, you don't give in to it. It is said, the person who does not punish his nafs, then he will not be able to enjoy. And the person who does not annihilate his nafs, he will not then give it a chance to live. Hayat will not come to it. First annihilation has to come and then hayat will come. So قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ تَزَكَّى وَذَكَرَ اسْمَ رَبِّهِ فَصَلَّى بَلْ تُؤْثِرُونَ الْحَيَاةَ الدُّنْيَا وَالْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ وَأَبْقَى إِنَّ هَذَا لَفِي الصُّحُفِ الْأُولَى صُحُفِ إِبْرَاهِيمَ وَمُوسَى. So this type of fikr should come about, and it was these type of articles and topics that Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahib used to relate to all the seniors who would come there, to Hazrat Allama Ibrahim Balyawi as well. So now I'm relating this here. Allah Ta'ala make it beneficial for me as well. Now create this ta'alluq, relationship and affinity with that of tasawwuf. It is not something other than that of the Quran. It is all taken from the Quran and Hadith. Look at the ayats. قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا وَقَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ تَزَكَّى وَذَكَرَ اسْمَ رَبِّهِ فَصَلَّى, right until the end of the surah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us good understanding and give us the tawfiq and the hidayat of making amal, and give us the tawfiq and the hidayat of making our akhirat right. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Maulana Muhammad. Allahumma aati nafsi taqwaha wa zakkiha anta khayru man zakkaha anta waliyuha wa mawlaha. Allah Ta'ala protect us from the plans, plots and the deceptions of the nafs. Allah Ta'ala give us the tawfiq and the hidayat of practicing on the sunnats of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, so that we may gain success in both the worlds. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم بحرمة سيد النبي الكريم صلى الله عليه وسلم.